Magic!
I never thought I would ever do a video like this, but here we are. Hello guys, Vesper is here, formerly known as Sculptures, but mostly Princechain. The subtitles will be shown. If you can't understand my pronunciation with the script, I apologize in case. Wait! Are you that Princechain? The partner of... Before continuing, I want to make it clear from the start of the video that I will not talk about private events related to that person. I will just say some public stuff like I already did in the past, but nothing in detail. I don't want anything related to that person, so I would appreciate if you didn't put the topic mostly related to them. It was enough during these years. The only thing I want to add is related to the why haven't you shown proof of what you said some time ago. Regarding Italian law, it's illegal to show in public private chats without the consent of the other party, since it's private. It can be public only in court. As it says, Article 15 of the Constitution, quote, "Personal liberty is inviolable. No form of detention, inspection, or personal search nor any other restriction on personal freedom is admitted, except by order of the judiciary stating a reason, and only in such cases and in such manner as provided by law," unquote. Here's the screenshot in Italian. Feel free to translate it in case. The only thing I want to say about them is I want to make this video to find internal peace, I guess, telling my story so people can understand what I went through and why I acted in some ways time ago. Princechain was a kid from 13 to 16, 17 years old who had a YouTube channel mostly related to speed paints that later started to be mostly known in the meme community, even if he didn't make a lot of them, because he didn't like them, was mostly pressed into making them. He didn't get attention for the stuff he worked on. Instead, he was recognized just because he was the partner of a popular figure in the animation meme community of that time. The channel reached 40k subscribers, but only the videos with that person had views. The other ones had around 7k, 8k views, which is really low for a 40k channel. The same thing happened among other social media. Then, the channel disappeared. I always received a lot of harassment during that time, just because I was in a relationship with that person. I received multiple death threats, harassment, instances of dogs, and multiple accounts and blogs were created just to spread more hate towards me. Saying this like that can sound pretty light, but I went through this for 6 years. 6 years of receiving insults every single day. It's not something a kid can easily escape from. But let's start slowly. I didn't have a social life. I never had friends, and when I started to get noticed on the internet, it became the only social interaction I had. I felt important for the first time, even if in reality, people didn't care who I was. People saw me as someone's shadow, but I didn't understand it, at the start at least. I would post on Tumblr every day, making around 15-20 posts a day to chat with the people who followed me. I just thought I had some friends to spend the time with. I didn't have someone who looked at what I posted, so I went personal, saying private stuff about my life. This will be the weapon used by most of the fanbase of that person. Yes, the people who harassed me were part of their fanbase, but I will talk more in detail about it later. Art was really important during my young years. It helped me escape from the life and traumas I was living. It helped me let out my emotions, but this will be also a weapon used to harass me. So, when does it start to go down into this toxic cycle? I'm not sure when it started in detail, but I was 13, 14 at the time. I started to receive a lot of hate, like insulting my heart or that I needed to kill myself because my partner was already drawing. So why was I there? Why I will try to have a career in art if my partner was already successful? Even more, my heart sucked. So why should I try? I was sent daily gore pics of penis cut open, drawings and photoshopping of me being raped, or in general, NSFW art. And as I said, I was 13, 14 when it started. I still have some screens of old stuff I received, which I will show here, censored of course, just to give some quote and unquote proof, since it was said from someone that I never showed anything, wanting to portray me as a crazy eel that invented everything. Receiving this stuff constantly is terrible heavy for a kid's mental, especially if he stays all the time on the internet. But mostly, the thing that ruined me was not being believed. If I replied to the hate, people would tell me that I was the one who sent it, to just gain attention. If I didn't reply to it, I was inventing everything. Mostly, the person that had a minimum of responsibility didn't take action. Of course, nobody has control over the people who follow you, but you attract some people the way you act and expose yourself. Here I'm mostly talking of fan bases, of YouTubers and similar, not like actors, singers and etc. But if you have a weird fan base that isn't big, it's small or medium, ask yourself one question: why do we attract that kind of people? This mostly happens when a person who starts to have attention gets too personal and confident, so you just show yourself, even if sometimes you try to hide some aspects. Normally, negative people attract more negative people, even if there are a bit of positive people. This happens with everything. So, if you attract questionable people, maybe you are kinda questionable yourself. So, let's try to see this. A person close to you is harassed by the people who follow you which isn't a small number. They ask you if you can maybe say something, since most of the fan base thinks you are fine with it because you don't say anything. Like an Italian proverb says, silence means consent. It's not sure if it can work, but it's better to try. Not only you say that it can ruin your position, but imply that I'm not grateful since you did 1 or 2 posts in social media where you don't have even a quarter of your fan base. Yeah, that's not the best thing to live with. I felt unimportant. I started to be paranoid, believing that I wasn't a human, but a puppet that acted just thanks to someone. Nobody saw me as me, just a shadow, just a puppet. This kind of mentality ruined me a lot. I slowly stopped doing everything I love. To this day, drawing is still hard for me, even if I still choose to follow it as a career. I still have crises while drawing, since I do not feel enough, feeling I'm an imposter and similar. Thank you for letting me feel this way. It's sarcasm, of course. I slowly lost passion and lost the reason to live. I became a vegetable, pretty much. Of course, people took advantage of that, saying more and more and more. So, did I ever send hate stuff to myself? No, I didn't. People thought it was me because a lot of stuff that I received had broken English like mine. So, automatically it was me. I guess I tried multiple times to attempt suicide in this situation, so I don't think it could be me. But anyone believes what they want, I don't care at this point. Did I act rude to some people? Yes, I did. Sadly, with all the stuff I received, the way I would express myself was only with aggression and rage. It's a domino effect. Of course, it wasn't a good thing, but since I knew just that way to express it, I replicated it. I'm sorry to those I replied rudely or if I looked malicious. Are you still close to that person? It's the only thing I want to say that is kinda private. No, likely I'm not. For years now. I can't explain how much healthier and happier I am now. I finally see myself as a person and I'm not influenced anymore in anything. And sometimes it helps me to laugh to think I was left by a Google document from an adult and to be blocked and unblocked all the time. I'm sorry, but this is too funny to not say. It's not new that I was a kind of nomadic in my socials. I always deleted and created new accounts to escape from the harassment I received, with poor results. Once I was distant from that said person, I decided it was time to close a chapter and start a new one. It also didn't help my health to see how I wasn't recognized for my art. Not sure if it was a good or bad timing, but I was hacked in all of my emails and socials. A kind of hacking that couldn't leave if you just changed your password and put more security. So in the end, I needed to delete everything to stay safe from the hacking and to move on. The hacking happened when the Russia hacking was happening in all the world. So probably it was this case. Actually, my Tumblr blogs and DeviantArt are still up. I just hid everything. I keep them as storage because for the hacking I lost everything I had on my computer. I don't think I will make them visible in the future. Well, let's say that the relationship was traumatic to me and affected not only my passion for art, but to my creations as well. My most known character was Rex, since he was married to a character of that sad person. He, in particular, is hard for me to even look at. I still have characters of that project, I just stopped working on it. To this day, I still really like the story I was creating, but sadly my mind can't really touch those characters anymore. Maybe if I heal, I can reuse them. Not sure. I was thinking of redesigning them or totally using new characters based on them. I will see what the future will suggest to me. The other project with the TV's characters, TV Boy and Kishi, just recently started to work on it again. Luckily, this project was less associated with that person, so I didn't have a lot of problems looking at it. I plan to work on it once I have time. I'm in Art Academy. I recently finished the second year, but I will probably start a new one once I finish because this one is pretty terrible, let's say. It's blocking me on my heart even more and it's not a good sign, but I will work on that. I am more interested in working on human characters. I started to play Dungeons and Dragons, which let me create new characters that I really love. Also, I started to play League of Legends, which gave me more interest in working to draw humans and monsters, like I always wanted but was stopped. I want to post again. I want to do speed paints and maybe some animation, since now I don't have someone that tells me that I can't animate and I was too stupid to believe it. I want to show again my characters and stories, hoping people will enjoy them, and also doing fun content. I plan to just improve my art and find again the passion I had years ago, that was stolen from the toxic cycle I was in. Time will heal, at least I hope. I don't think there is more to say. As I said, I wanted to talk about the most important topics related to my whole self and to explain what happened, just to put a dot to myself and other people. Nothing too personal. I'm not sure if this video will be seen by a lot of people, but in any case, thank you so much for listening to me. It's really important to be listened to. I have a coffee with a membership plan. You can support me there and see exclusive content. And it's just the start from now. I hope to see you in the future in other videos. See you next time.